And we're looking at a heat of the Wyfold Challenge Club, race 8 of the regatta, Tyne Amateur Rowing Club against Oslo, Norway. And let's keep a close eye on this Oslo crew. They had terrible steering problems yesterday. Their race had to be restarted, but they come off the start here under the umpire. They look like they've got that sorted. It's a clean start for this heat of the Wyfold Challenge Club. And here we go again, just coming off the island. Oslo have done what they did yesterday. They've just drifted over, but they've learned from that. They're getting themselves straight. The rudder's gone on. You've seen the boat shift. And at the moment, as we come to the end of the island, on this sideward shot from our catamaran, it is level. Norway, the Oslo Club against the Tyne Amateur Rowing Club. Side by side, this could go all the way, Camilla.
No, absolutely. And in these smaller boats, bigger changes can happen throughout the race, I believe. I think that it's very easy in these kind of coxless boats to make big changes very quickly. So I'm sure we'll see it kind of shifting all the way through the race. But Tyne Rowing Club train up in the northeast. I know them very well. And as you come through towards kind of that midway point towards Upper Thames, Old Blades there, it's the crew from Oslo that's just taken about a 3/4 of to a length lead, I'd say, at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Joining these crews live now. They've got the Norwegian. We see that the umpires had to do a little bit of work. I'm sure he would have been getting ready because we saw what happened to this crew yesterday. And right now, that crew wants to straighten themselves up. They've got themselves back on station. But looking now, they are just about doing that, avoiding those wooden sides of the course, the wooden booms. They are literally floating wood. But the problems they had yesterday, they've not completely gone away. And Tyne Amateur Rowing Club on the right-hand side, they've got the black strip, Tom Hutchinson, Sam Stewart, Andrew Cleve, and Julian McBride. They're holding on against this Norwegian team from Oslo, and it's all about the steering with this crew.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if anything, that's going to be taking a lot of time off their potential finish time for this race. And the Tyne crew have stayed very steady, very straight. That's going to be actually making them go a lot quicker, and I'd say that if anything, the Tyne crew probably will have a much faster boat run than the crew from Norway, simply because of they're not sort of ping-ponging around, but it is still that crew from Norway, it is the crew from Oslo that's still leading by about a length.
Yeah, exactly. The Norwegians, they've come from their club in Oslo, and they are coming here to Henley Regatta, getting used to it in a borrowed boat. You can see the lottery fund in the UK Sport logo on there. That's because that boat's been bought for a UK club. They're here borrowing it, and they're getting used to this boat and this regatta. And better today, much better than yesterday. But still, the story for the Norwegians: if they finish this race ahead, if they come back tomorrow, that's what they need to be focusing on. You talked about every time that rudder goes on, it's like putting a brake under the boat. It's putting something that's dragging sideways and dragging your boat backwards and just taking off boat speed. And what we want to be watching from these coxless crews is that perfect performance, that steersman who can just twitch his foot, which moves that rudder almost unconsciously. It's almost second nature. And when you're in a borrowed boat, it can feel very, very different. And Norwegians here, the Oslo Rowing Club, looking better today, but it's not over. We've got the Tyne Rowing Club pressing on to the finish line as we come into the standards. And I think we've got some more racing to unfold here yet, Camilla.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I said earlier, during this race, big changes can happen in the small boats very quickly, and as we come into the sort of final few hundred meters, that's normally where that happens. And both of these crews will be looking to make a bit of a sprint finish now. And I think the performance here goes to the steersman from the Tyne crew, Mr. Hutchinson. He's done a fantastic job of keeping his boat much straighter. So Tom Hutchinson there, absolutely fantastic job of keeping that boat running in a straight line.
Yeah, I'm looking at these shots. You can see that both crews now are beginning to wind up their rate towards the final. This is going to be fantastic. The Wyfold Challenge Club, these races can be so tight, and it's about the whole waterman. It's about all the skills. It's about the rowing, it's about the steering, and it's about the pacing. And we're now coming into that part over the 2,000 metres. This is where Henley Royal Regatta becomes unique, and who is going to hold their hand in the fire longer. Got the Norwegians against the Tyne Rowing Club. This is going to be a fantastic race, Camilla.
Oh my word, and this is what Tyne did yesterday in their race. They won their race by a mere few feet against Upper Thames, and look at this. They're doing exactly the same again. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to be called on the line, Sarah.
Yeah, absolutely. Here they go. The last few strokes coming up into the line. We've got Tyne Rowing Club against the Oslo Norwegians. We're going right up, stroke for stroke, barrel to barrel. Let's hear the whistles. They are close there, it looks like. For me, it's Tyne Rowing Club. We'll have to leave it to the Finnish judges, but what an amazing event.
That was incredible.
Tyne Rowing Club, they've absolutely pressed it on there. The Norwegian, they've got their heads in their hands. I think the Tyne Club looking at that finish now. We're watching the slow-mo pictures. They're driving their boat on, and I would give it to the Tyne Rowing Club.
Wow.
But amazing race.
Performance of the morning for me. I think